Alright, what is up everybody? Thank you for joining me. Hustle Millennial here, and we're going to do something new today. We're going to start a series based on the questions that I've been asked most, and that really revolves around what is your main source of income and how do we do it too. So we're going to start a series here with a few parts based on our primary source of income, which really is and has been for the extent of this journey reselling books. So we're going to start with basically one of the most asked questions, and that is, what is the bestsellers rank? What does the bestsellers rank mean, and how do I use it to judge what I should buy or what I shouldn't buy to send into Amazon? So the first thing you need to know about the bestsellers rank is the percentage in which the rank is that you're looking at. So there's about 54 million books that make up the category of books on Amazon. So 54 million. So that means your top 10% of books is going to be rank 5 million or below. To get technical, it's 5.4 million or below, but just for the sake of it, 5 million or below is the top 10% of books. We don't even look at anything above a 5 million rank. Now, some people don't look at anything above a 1 million rank, some people don't look at anything above a 2 million rank, but it depends on what you're doing. If you're doing fulfilled by Amazon or merchant fulfilled, which choosing between the two we'll touch on a little bit in this video, but to really dive into should this book be merchant fulfilled or should this book go to FBA and have Amazon fulfill it, to really deep dive into that is another video entirely. Today we just want to talk about the sales rank in and of itself. Every category has a sales rank. In the category of toys, anything under 900,000 is going to be your top 10% and is going to be what you want to focus on. Anything in grocery, it's about 100,000, 120,000 or below. But for books, it's 5 million or below. Now, like I said, you can deep dive into it, but what we really do is if it's 1.5 million rank or below, goes to FBA. If it's between 1.5 million and 5 million, we merchant fulfill it here at home. Just because we don't want to, have to do those long time storage fees. Amazon does its storage fees based on the cubic feet that you take up. Books don't take up that much space in storage, but if they're sitting there for 6+ months, like a 3 or 4 million rank book would, probably sell a 4 million rank book once every 6 months or so. It's worth it to us to store it here at home at that point where it's not worth it to send it into FBA. But what we're really looking at is the top 10%, and that's 5 million. So if you know that, that gives you a head up on someone that's just going to go blindly start scanning. Anything over 5 million, just completely ignore it. Now, you can use the Amazon app to scan. You can face scan, you can type to text search your books in there, or you can get one of these guys. This is a cool little eYoYo scanner that we got. We had a bigger one. We upgraded to the smaller one just because of portability. This thing has treated us amazing, and we use this app that you can try for free. There's no affiliate thing to it. It's just Scoutly. You can go look up Scoutly, and I'm going to pull it up here for you guys, and we are going to talk about it. Okay, so we're going to go into the operating mode. So this is Scoutly. This is just the main page of Scoutly. I don't know how well that's coming through on your end, but what it allows you to do is we're going to take this book right here, and you can see, it has a barcode on the back of it. We're going to scan that barcode, and it's going to send all the information about this book to the phone. And as you can see, it came up here, Habitudes book number 1. Now what it's going to tell us is it's going to tell us the sales rank here, which we can see about 176,000. It's going to tell us how many days in the last 180 days it's sold. That is going to be what you see in the middle there. And then it's just going to tell us basic pricing information about it. Now you can set up your profit triggers in Scoutly to where basically you deem if it's this rank, this many sales, if there's this many FBA offers or merchant offers, it'll just ding it green. So we can literally go through the thrift store there or wherever you're scanning, antique shop, estate sale, you can scan, and if it gets one that's bad, it's going to pop up red. So let me see here if I can find one like that. So we have this guy right here. I think this is a book that we were just going to be redonating, and I'm going to scan that, and you're going to see that it's going to give us a reject there. So it's super fast and super easy. If you have headphones, you can have it ding. Anytime you go through and scan, just wait for the ding. If it dings, take out the book, keep going. So you can see that we have it set up to where anything 1.5 million or below, we're going to take and put it in our to send to Amazon inventory. Things like this that are rejects, we usually give them or donate them to your local not thrift shops, anywhere but thrift shops. And that's just because we don't want to scan this book, have it be bad, you know, say, because we got about 400 books from an estate sale. We don't want to scan these books and give our rejects to a thrift store where we're then going to go back in the future and have to rescan them in the thrift store. So when it comes to sales ranks on books, guys, just to kind of give you a quick clarification or quick knowledge on sales ranks around books, anything below 5 million is going to be your top 10%. Anything 1.5 million or below, you can, rest assured, send it to Amazon FBA and it's going to sell before you hit those long-term storage fees. Anything between the 1.5 million and 5 million, we're going to take it for MF, or Amazon Merchant Fulfilled. So if you guys have any questions about the sales ranks around books, or really about any other category, leave a comment below. I respond to everyone. I try to respond to everyone within 24 to 48 hours. But we're extremely busy right now with everything opening back up. As always, guys, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, drop a like on the video for that old YouTube algorithm. We are going to be coming out with more and more videos around this. Videos like where is the best place to find books, or find loads or wholesale gaylords of books. We're going to be talking about in the future, like I said earlier, FBA or Merchant Fulfilled. We're going to be doing a deep dive into that. We're going to be doing condition issues. How do you list your book? What is a like new book versus a very good book? Kind of just a bunch of things revolving around reselling books on Amazon specifically. We may do another portion on reselling books locally, such as large encyclopedia lots that you don't want to ship out. Amazon is notorious for losing large sets like that. But we have a lot of stuff that we're going to go into in the coming days and weeks, so make sure you're subscribed. And if you have any questions at all really around the reselling world, those that have followed our channel, we've been doing it straight for over a year now. We walked out of our job, said screw this, and we've just been doing this full time. So if you have any questions at all, definitely, you're more than welcome to drop a comment below, or you can hit me up on Instagram at hustle_millennial, and I'd be more than happy to take some time to help you along in your journey, as the whole goal of this channel is just to help people either grow their current situation, grow their current business, or get out of their current situation into a new one and into a better journey for themselves. So much love to all of you guys, and I hope you have an amazing day. Alrighty, what is up, everybody? I hope you're having an absolutely amazing, profitable, successful, fulfilling day. That's a big one right there. I hope you're having a fulfilling day. So episode 2 here of reselling books on Amazon. Now, if you haven't seen the first episode, we covered the sales rank, what sales rank you should be looking for when scanning or hunting books, no matter where you are, what overall sales rank, how many books make up the sales rank category of Amazon, and really just everything around the BSR, or your best sellers rank on Amazon. So if you haven't seen that, first off, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the share button, tell your friends, family, everyone, spread it out there, because the goal is to help people. Like I always say, it is either to get someone out of a current situation and into a better one, or from their current situation, which is pretty good, and just scale, just go nuts. Give them that knowledge that they need to just skyrocket whatever it is they're trying to do. So today we're making episode number 2 of reselling books on Amazon. Now, I was going to do my most asked question, which is FBA or FBM, which is fulfilled by Amazon or fulfilled by merchant. Sometimes also called MF or merchant fulfilled. Those are just some of the terms you'll see when you're in the reselling books environment or the reselling on Amazon environment. FBA, FBM, MF. Those really just go with how you're fulfilling your books, whether you're choosing to do it or whether you're choosing to have Amazon do it. So we were going to talk about the distinction. You know, we have a book right here. I picked this up today, actually, How to Rebuild the Small Block Chevrolet. Paid 50 cents for it. I'm going to get $20 for it. It's an incredible rank. Now this is going to be FBA, and in episode 3 we're going to talk about how I discern that this book should go to FBA versus MF, or fulfilled by me, merchant fulfilled, stored here versus stored in an Amazon warehouse. So in episode 3 we're going to talk about that. Stick around. But to preface that, what I felt we really needed to go into is, before you know if your book should be FBA or FBM, you should have a good idea of where to find books. So that's really what we're going to talk about today, the main ways that we find books. Right now we're processing anywhere between 800 and 1,500 books a week. Sometimes we have a slow week where we don't really find that much, maybe 200-300 books. But I'd say on a good average, we process about 800 to 1,000. We'll make it a little more liberal there. 800 to 1,000 books in an average week. And that's a lot of books, and I get the question a lot. People see the pictures on Instagram, book hauls like crazy, you know, fill in the car, fill in the back seat, fill in the living room, whatever it is, and they say, how do you find all those books? So the number one way is the most obvious way, and we're going to get it out of the way, and that's thrift stores. Thrift stores, secondhand stores, senior centers, rehab places sometimes will have a the kind of non-profit, if I can talk straight. They'll have a little non-profit thing going on in the back, but in the front they'll actually have a thrift store. And sometimes these are kind of hard to see. We have one right down the road. It's just Community Action Center. There's no thrift store, there's no resale store, there's no consignment store tags or signs anywhere on it. But once you walk in, it becomes quickly apparent that you have, you know, a section of clothing for sale, a section of knickknacks and collectibles, and then of course you have books. Every place has books because everyone has books, and a lot of the time when people pass away, their children or their family, they don't see value in their collectibles. They don't even see value in their high dollar collectibles or antiques, much less do they see value in their books. Which takes us to number 2, which is estate sales. If you go to Yard Sale Finder, the app, if you go to Craigslist in your area, if you just go to the Facebook Marketplace and search by local, you'll see yard sales and estate sales abundance. You know, 'tis the season right now. A lot of the states are opening back up, which means the thrift stores are opening back up. But a lot of your individuals, a lot of your home-based sellers, like people that would do a yard sale, a garage sale, or estate sale from their home, are starting to feel more comfortable actually putting those sales on, and they're starting to, you know, of course, as you would with a sale, advertise them either on Facebook or Craigslist or flyers around town. Your local library is a wonderful place to find those community sale flyers. Which is also going to take us to number 3. Your library most likely has a section where they have books for sale. It might not be huge, it may be a small section. Our library has at any given time about 300 to 400 books for sale. But I went there the other day, scanned about 200 books, and found about 45 winners. And those are things that we're going to make $3 or more on. We usually spend $1 or $2 to get a book, and we usually make $3 or more profit. And you say, you know, that's not much profit at all. But I go off of the 20% rule, which means if I can make 20%, I'm down. So if I'm spending $1 on a book and I'm going to make $3 profit, that's a 300% increase. Imagine if you were someone that is at scale a few years down the line, you're dropping $100,000 on bulk buys and you're doing 300% profit. That is intense. So libraries are going to be a place that not only have very good quality books, but they're also going to have books that are newer, they're going to be higher I guess, lower rather, closer to 1 on the bestsellers rank. I'd say out of the 45 books we picked up, average sales rank is probably anywhere between 60 and 80,000, which means once those books hit FBA, we're going to see them flip within a week or two, if not faster. So your library is an extremely good place to search. Now, number 4, this is something that takes a little bit more of an initiative. This is something that takes a little bit more motivation, but it is the single best way we have found to buy books. We actually found, I'd say about 1,200 books last week, and we only paid about $60 for them through this method. And we're going to make a good amount on those books. Now, a lot of those books, we will just give them away to people if they do not meet our criteria, because we don't want to donate them. We don't want those books that we've deemed as a reject to go back into the local population of thrift stores, consignment stores, and whatnot, because when we go through those thrift stores, we don't want to have to scan something or expend the time scanning something that we've already had in our house. We've deemed it as not good. We just don't want to go through that effort. So we'll just give them away to friends, family, and whatnot. Getting rid of those or disposing those is another video, just to kind of touch on it a little bit. But that way that takes a little bit more initiative is just put your own post up on Facebook Marketplace. And it's not just Facebook Marketplace. You can put your post up on many local buy, sell, trade groups. Literally, if you go on Facebook right after watching this video, or you can pause it and do it right now, if you go on Facebook and you type in buy, sell, trade, and then your city name, or reverse, your city name, buy, sell, trade, your city name, classifieds. If you put that in a general Facebook search, I promise you that you will find 2, 3, 4, maybe even more groups that are on Facebook that are actively going on, actively have members posting in your area, either looking for items or selling items. And that's another, Facebook pages is a great place to source. But what you can do is you can reach out to those people that have something that they don't know is valuable, or that has something that they don't know anyone wants, like 1,000 books. A lot of people think, hey, nobody's gonna want to buy 1,000 books. You do, I do, we all do. If we can get 1,000 books off someone's hands for a really good price, that's gold. That's being a pioneer that went to California, stuck his pan in the water, and found nuggets on the first try. That's amazing, and nobody even knew it was there. So what you can do is you can use a free app or a free website like Snappa or Canva. You can quickly post or create a picture that says, we recycle books, or books wanted, we'll haul them away, get them out of your hair, storage unit clean out, any of those terms or words you can use to express to someone, hey, if you have a large quantity of books that you either A, don't want anymore, they're taking up space, or B, you want to get rid of but you'd like to get a little cash for, or C, you're wanting to donate but say someone is 90 plus years old, 80 plus years old, they don't want to load 1,000 pounds of books into their car, drive to a donation center, and then unload that 1,000 pounds of books again, drive home, get nothing for it. It's a big process. So what you're really doing with this is you're eliminating a problem for people. They have a large section maybe of their home or of their storage unit, of a rented condo or anything like that that is taken up by books and bookshelves, and either they don't have any use or need for them, or they really don't want them anymore. And this is the case in estate sales. This is why estate sales happen, is because people come across a large amount of what we would consider inventory. They don't know what to do with it. They don't want to donate it, or they don't want to spend the time to donate it, so they just run an estate sale. So you really are eliminating a problem for someone. So when it comes to finding books to resell on Amazon, you have thrift stores, estate sales, yard sales, garage sales, you have consignment stores, you have antique shops, You have your local library. You have Facebook groups, Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, LetGo, Nextdoor.com people post on. You have your local classified ads, and you also have the ability to reach out to those people that don't even know they have something that you want. Now, we have found books using all of these ways. I would never tell you a strategy that isn't currently working for us. And I do appreciate all you guys watching this video. I know, just like myself, you probably spend hours upon hours watching YouTube videos hoping to find that little nugget of knowledge that'll actually spark something, that'll actually be helpful. It's not just a lot of fluff, it's not a lot of talking and then saying, hey, go buy this thing in the description link below. It's just good information to have. So I hope you guys hit that subscribe button. That's the only thing I'll ask for. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. I'm extremely active in responding to all of my people, even the people who aren't subscribed. If you have a question, I'm here to help. I also have Instagram at hustle_millennial. I have Pinterest at hustle millennial. We also have the Reseller Network on Facebook. There's always a way to get a hold of me. There's always a way to reach out, and that's really what I wanted. So again, guys, you can spend 50 cents to make $20, and you can do it over and over and over and over again. You just got to know where to find it, and you got to know some of the resources available to you. So I hope this video helped, and I hope you guys get out there, whether it be today or tomorrow, you find the motivation, you go out there and you kill it. You make a profit, you learn something, educate yourself. Learning is growing, guys, and as long as you're always learning, you're never going to stop growing. So have an amazing day. Stick around for episode 3, where we will go over the distinction between should this book go FBA or should this book go FBM. So we'll talk about that next time, guys, but have an amazing day. Alright, what is up, everybody? Hustle Millennial here, coming at you with episode 3 of selling books on Amazon. Now, we started this series because we've been showing you guys this journey for over a year now of us literally walking out of our jobs right after we bought a house, actually, and going right into full-time reselling. We started with retail arbitrage, we still do some online arbitrage, and we're just getting into private label. But that doesn't change the fact that the staple of our business and the majority of our money comes from selling books. Now, in episode 3, as promised in episode 2, we are going to do one of the most highly asked questions that we get. That is, should this book right here be fulfilled by Amazon or fulfilled by merchant? So first off, some of the terms you may hear is FBM or MF. Now that stands for fulfilled by merchant or merchant fulfilled. Same thing, just a couple of different ways of saying it. And there's FBA as well, which is the flip side. It's the other side of the coin. That's fulfilled by Amazon. That means I don't interact with the customer. I send this book to Amazon. Amazon fulfills it, sends it out. Now, breaking those two down a little bit more, when I get a book, if we do merchant fulfilled, that means we have to go get the book, we have to list the book, we have to store the book, and then when the book is sold, we then have to do all the packaging, we print the label, and we physically go, put it in the mailbox, hand it to the postman, and send it out that way. On the flip side of the coin, with fulfilled by Amazon, we usually do 30 books at a time because of the 30 up labels. We will go pick the books, scan the books in, put 30 of them in a box, and ship it off to Amazon. We don't have to worry about it after that. Amazon will then fulfill the customer's needs by getting the book from their warehouse, shipping it to the customer, and if any returns or anything like that goes down, goes back into Amazon inventory for them to then handle it all over again. So fulfilled by Amazon right off the bat sounds like the easiest way to do things because it's a lot less work. And if you're going through 500, upwards of 1,000, sometimes 1,500 books a week like we are, fulfilled by Amazon starts to look very, very nice. Because of some of the obvious things, storing all those books, we just have our home, we store everything in our basement, about 700 square feet down there is inventory, inventory, and again, inventory. if you don't have a space like that, Fulfilled by Amazon may be the way you have to go until you build up enough income, until you build up enough revenue to possibly rent a storage unit, which you can find, you know, a reasonable storage unit for maybe $30 a month. You can put some shelving up in there, and then you can do merchant fulfilled from there. But if you do have the space, merchant fulfilled on the other side of that coin means you do actually make more money. And this is where we get into it. Honestly, when it comes to MF versus FBA, it comes down to how much money can I make. At the end of the day, that's what matters. Two things matter: a happy customer and making the maximum amount of money that you can on a book. Now, you're more than welcome to look this book up. This book has been top 100 bestsellers rank for a couple months now. It's currently sitting at 46. Being such a low rank, it can fluctuate, but 46 was what it was at literally last night when I looked it up. So right now, I can sell this book for $17 via FBA. That means if I send this book into Amazon, it may take about 2 weeks for it to actually get into the inventory, but when all is said and done, I can sell it for $17. Now, we paid $2 for this book, which $2 into 17, that sounds like a heck of a return. You're not going to find that return if you're, say, just doing the stocks every day. If you're a stock market trader, $2 into 17, that is an incredible return. You don't see a $2 stock jump to 17 all the time. Very rarely, actually. Maybe a couple of stocks a day will have that kind of move. In the vast majority of things, that is a needle in a haystack to actually find it. There is a way to scan for those things, but that's for another video. That's for another series, which we may do in the future. Actually, a stock trading series would be good for people, kind of a beginner's introduction to stocks. But merchant fulfilled, I can sell this book for $5 less. I can sell this book for $12 if merchant fulfilled. If we fulfill it, I can sell it for $12. And you might say, why are you holding on to it then? And let me tell you, that's because we are in fact merchant fulfilling this book. Because when it comes right down to it, selling it for $17 on FBA, we're only going to make about $4.50, maybe $4.75 after everything is said and done. That is after the cost of purchase, your COA, or cost of acquisition. That is after the cost to ship it to Amazon, which in reality, Amazon gives you an amazing deal on shipping to them. When we send 30 books, it's usually between 30 and 40 pounds, and we pay anywhere between $8 to $11 total to ship all those books. So this would be about 60 cents to ship to Amazon, which is really good, except Amazon fees are going to take the rest of that, leaving only about $4.75 profit. On the flip side, if we merchant fulfill this book for $5 less, we're going to come out with about I believe it was a $7.50 profit. So selling it for $5 less, we're going to actually make about $3 more on the back end on the profit side. And this is why. With merchant fulfilled, your cost is simply a very small Amazon fee, which is going to be maybe $1 or $2 or less. You're going to have shipping, which media mail, this book is going to cost about $3.30 to ship, and of course our COA is $2, meaning we are into this book, all in all, only about $5. So once the customer receives this book and the transaction is fully completed, we will profit about $7.5 on this book. Now, that is really what it comes down to. If you don't have the space, if you want it to if you want it to qualify for Prime shipping, it depends on that FBA versus merchant fulfilled. Now, we will send a book into FBA if there is very slight price differences between FBA and MF. So if this book was selling for $15 merchant fulfilled and it was selling for $15.99 FBA, we would then send it to FBA, because if you only have a $1 to $3 difference between FBA and merchant fulfilled, your chances of selling that book merchant fulfilled are actually pretty slim, because if someone can pay $1 or $2 more, they can get it from the Amazon warehouse, which makes people feel really secure in their purchase. And they also get Prime eligible shipping, which means it gets the 1-day shipping. That is worth $1 or $2 more to them. So most people will buy the FBA copy. So the only reason we're merchant fulfilling this which is interesting to say, is because there's a $5 difference. Someone is going to be happy to pay me $12 for a used very good copy versus paying $17 for a used very good copy with those Prime benefits. So if something is within a couple dollars, we will send it to FBA. Now, it also has to do with the rank of the book. Granted, this is a 47 rank book, 46 rank book. It's going to go fast, no matter if you're selling at FBA or FBM. It's going to fly. At 46 rank, they probably sell about 80 to 100 of these copies a day. Now that's merchant fulfilled and FBA together. That listing, or this listing, probably sells right around 80 to 100 copies a day, which means no matter what we're fulfilling it by, if we only have the one copy, even if we had 5 or 10 copies, merchant fulfilled is really the way to go on something like this. Now, the one thing that's kind of out of the scope and is a little different, because you are coming across books, because you're going through yard sales, estate sales, library sales, publisher remainder sales, you're going through thrift stores, consignment shops, or even maybe you put an ad on Facebook and you're going through personal books of someone's collection. There are books that you can still make a lot of money on that you can't sell on Amazon. And I don't mean you're restricted. There are some books that you will be restricted. If you scan a textbook that sells for $80 to $100 on Amazon, but you're restricted, a lot of people or a lot of companies are doing this, like Pearson, McGraw-Hill. They're starting to restrict their textbooks. An $80 or $100 textbook on Amazon is still probably bare minimum $60, maybe $50 on eBay. And that's something you really don't want to rule out, because while you're sorting through books, if you have profit potential of $50 on a book, but you just flip past it because you're restricted on Amazon, you literally just took a $50 bill and threw it to the side. You don't want to do that. You're already there. It's going to take you an extra 2 seconds to pick that book up, and it's going to take you an extra 2 minutes to snap a picture of the front, the back, sell similar on a listing, and post it on eBay. Now, I have a couple examples. This right here is the Pilgrim's Progress. Now, this is a 1916 book in fairly good condition. One thing that Amazon doesn't rule into effect or account for in a lot of situations is these old books. Someone can buy a Pilgrim's Progress that was reprinted 10-20 years ago for $10, $15 on Amazon. A lot of people they're gonna see that listing, they're gonna search Pilgrim's Progress, the listing with the most action or activity taken on it, or the most purchases or the most reviews is gonna pop up first. They're gonna see the book they want, they're gonna buy it. Done. On eBay, people are sometimes searching for something more specific. So while this is a 7 million rank book on Amazon with a price of, I believe it was $70 or $80 on Amazon, but it's a 7 million rank, you might sell that if you sit on it for a year, maybe. However, on eBay, this book sells maybe once every 2 or 3 months. So exponentially less time, and I can sell it for about $59.95. So again, it comes down to, do you have the space to sit on a book? Are you willing to sit on a book for a couple months? I paid $1/4 for this book. This is another example that I picked up today. I paid $1/4 for it. It's a 20 million rank on Amazon. You could sit on this book for 2 to 3 years and you may never sell it. However, this book does sell about once every 60 days, once every 45 to 60 days on eBay for $25. So this is 50 cents in books that I paid for that nobody wanted, that I'm going to get $50 or $60 and $20 to $25 for, just for waiting a couple months, and it's literally just going to take up that much space. So when it comes down to it, my friends, there's FBA, there's FBM, and there's eBay. There are some alternative sites that you can sell books on, and they do quite well, such as Mercari. Mercari is really an up-and-coming selling platform. They launched a massive advertising campaign just this last year, so they're really starting to boom. If you haven't tried Mercari, I would definitely try Mercari. A lot of sellers that were, 5, 10, 15 years on eBay have started Mercari accounts and they are actually seeing, hey, inventory that sat on eBay for maybe 6 months to a year is selling within a week or two on Mercari. So just another helpful tip there for you guys. If you guys have any questions about this video, if you guys have any questions in general, feel free to drop a comment or hit me up on Instagram at hustle_millennial. And I will do my best to get back to you. Usually I can get back to people within 24 to 48 hours. Normally doesn't go any longer than that. But I always want to make myself available to you guys to help out, answer questions, and really just fulfill the goal of this channel, which is, like I always say, either to get someone from a bad position into a better position, or from a good position into an even better position. So whether you are in the 9-to-5 struggle right now and you're trying to look for a way to either supplement your income or completely replace your income with something that you yourself are building, or you are already a reseller, you're part-time, you're trying to go full-time, or you're full-time and trying to get more ideas on how to further supplement your income, that is what this channel is about. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, drop a thumbs up. As the thumbs up there, the like button down there, first off, it's going to turn a nice little color of blue, and that's super OCD friendly, but it's also going to show the YouTube algorithm that this channel, this video, does have some benefit or something to offer people that are searching for book reselling information on Amazon. So as always, guys, go out there, kill it, don't ever give up. Always be learning, always be educating yourself, and go out there and just kill it, guys. I hope you all have an amazing weekend. Alright, what is up, everybody? Welcome to episode 4 of Reselling Books on Amazon. And this episode really is going to pertain to just selling on Amazon as what we're going to talk about and what I'm going to show you guys. You can fulfill items on Amazon. This is the process for it in general. So if you guys have been following along, episodes 1 through 3, we talked about sales rank of a book, what is a good sales rank. We talked about where to find books, basically how to have a never-ending source of books coming to you and where to go out and find them. And then of course we talked about how to fulfill the book, or how you should fulfill the book, whether that be merchant fulfilled or fulfilled by Amazon. We talked about what would work best for you and why, and went over some of those scenarios. So if you haven't seen those, you guys can check it out, hit subscribe, hit that thumbs up button, and in the channel there is all 3 of those first episodes. But today we have a bunch of books here. Now I know Educated, that is actually another copy. We're finding those guys everywhere. That is a rank 46 book. It's probably between 40 and 50 because it changes so fast. It's such a fast pace in the top 100, but that's a top 100 book, and we find those all the time. It's really incredible. So we have all these books, and we are going to create and fulfill a shipment to Amazon for you guys right here, so you know exactly how to do it. Because as the episodes go, we are going to show you the whole process of reselling books. On Amazon, that is. Now, some of these books we do sell on eBay. We went over that in episode 3. We went over why we fulfill some of them on eBay, merchant fulfilled, but on eBay. But today, we're going to create a shipment. So you've found your book, and it's within a good sales rank based on episode 1. You're deciding to fulfill it FBA based on what we talked about in episode 3. So now we need to actually add it. Now first off, we use Goo Gone. You can also use lighter fluid to get those labels off. So clean the book up, make it presentable. When you scan it in, we're going to switch over to the phone here. So we're going to scan this book, and we're going to switch over to the phone view so you guys can see what it looks like. And we're going to scan this book into FBA. Okay, so you guys can see we have opened the Amazon Seller Central app. Now what we're going to do is you can click the camera on the top right to add a product, but if you do click the camera on the top right and you list your product that way, chances are when you go to add them to a shipment in the Seller Central dashboard, in the replenish inventory page, you're going to have to first convert it from merchant to Amazon. I don't know why. It didn't used to be that way. There was a system update, and now if you do it that way, it's going to ask you to fulfill or fill out this dangerous goods information section sheet thing. It's really annoying, especially when you have to do it one by one for every product, or every book in this case, that you've listed. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to click the link here on the top that says add a product. Now we can open up the camera icon and we can scan the back of that book. So you can see here, making your case. Now with the ebook, of course, we're restricted, but we're looking at this hardcover book here, and this is ranked 14,271. I mean, I anticipate with a rank like that, once it actually hits FBA or hits the Amazon warehouse, it's probably going to sell within about a week. Now it could sell within 24 hours, but at that rank, you know, I'd say 3 or 4 days, you know, that wouldn't be something out of the ballpark to see. So you can see $25 FBA. Now, first off, with this book here, selling it FBA here, you could see that $25 was the current lowest price FBA used. But what we're going to do is we're going to put it actually at about $24.75. So we're going to undercut by 25 cents. And the reason we're doing this is this book's going to take a week or two to actually get into Amazon and become something that's part of the inventory that a customer can actually go and purchase. It's not going to be in transfer, it's not going to be reserved. So in that time, people can undercut that lowest price. So if someone undercuts by a penny and they do it up to 24 times, we're still going to have the lowest price when it actually gets there. So cost of purchase on this was $1, and then we had the 6 cents tax. So you'll see we're going to make $12.61 on this $1 purchase. So an excellent return. So on the bottom right here, you're going to see where it says list. Once you click list, you're going to select the condition. This book is in very good condition. Now we do actually have a video on the channel that will run you through how you can determine the actual condition of a book. We show you what to look for and how we list condition wise. Now this match lowest price, what that price is the lowest price that's not including prime listings. So the lowest prime listing, which is what we're going to be competing with FBA, is $25. So we're going to do the $24.75 like we talked about. That way, hopefully, we still have the lowest price for the book once it hits there about a week or week and a half down the road. The 2026 is also removing the Amazon added shipping credit of $3.99. So that's going to be 2026 if you're doing merchant fulfilled, and then you're going to have a $3.99 shipping reimbursement on the other side. That would make up the lowest price. So if you see here $23.78, so they're not giving you the full $3.99, they're giving you about $3.52 shipping credit. So $23.78, and then when we go to list it, it shows the lowest price. Whoop. Shows the lowest price at it shows it actually now at $23.78, so it literally just updated. Sometimes though, if you see that it's a lower price, that's all it's going to be, is it's going to be that shipping credit that sometimes doesn't get calculated into there. What might have happened is this is such a low rank book, we literally just watched one sell. Now on this here fulfillment channel, you're going to click this, Amazon will ship and provide customer service. If this is your first time in this menu, it will auto select I will ship this item myself, which is merchant fulfilled. The FBA or fulfilled by Amazon option is the second bubble, and that's the one you're going to want to check. And when you check it, you're going to get this message down here that says remember this setting for next time. You're going to go ahead and check that as well. And then it'll give you this little message here that says you've chosen to Amazon fulfill orders. Then you can just hit continue. And here it gives you basically a review where you can then submit the listing, and once you click that submit button, you will have then created an FBA listing. Now it takes about 15 minutes to get into Amazon, so it may not show up right away when you're trying to actually create the shipment, but we'll see you guys in just a minute when we have about 30 books scanned in. We'll do about 30 books. Just makes it nice for 30 up labels going through the printer. So we'll get 30 books scanned in, and then we will be right back here with you to show you how to actually create the shipment itself. Alrighty, and here we are, my friends. We are back, and where we are right now is, let me scroll up, we are on, if you go to inventory, we're in manage FBA inventory. that will take you to this page here, which is Inventory Amazon Fulfills. Now, what you want to do is once you get to this page, you want to scroll past anything that you have sold recently or that just hit the warehouse. So we had a shipment hit the warehouse, and we also had some that sold, in between shooting these video clips here. So you're going to go and you're going to check mark all the books or all the products that you're going to be sending to Amazon. Once you've done that, you're going to go to the top left here, click on Action on Selected, and we're going to Send/Replenish Inventory. Once you click that, it's just going to take you to a confirmation window. It's going to say you've selected X amount of listings for the Send Replenish Inventory. Do you want to continue? Of course, yes, we do. And then we are going to go... Okay, so you want to make sure that if this is a new shipping plan, that a Create a New Shipping Plan is the bubble that you have selected on the left. Make sure the address is correct, which is going to be that center section that is actually blurred out there. And then you're going to select individual products, unless you are sending like a large private label shipment. For this video though, we're just doing individual products since we're shipping 30 individual books. They all have a different barcode, they all have a different SKU or ISBN. So we're doing individual products and then continue to shipping plan. Now it'll take you to the page where you choose how many units you're going to be sending. So please enter the quantity of sellable units you will be sending. Now you can go through and individually do this. If you have, say, 3 of this book, 2 of this book, 10 of this book, you can go through and do that individually, but we're just sending 1 unit of each book. Okay, so you can see down here we have 30 books, 30 SKUs, and 1 on each, so it just confirms it right here for you, and we're going to hit continue. Now this page looks kind of daunting, but it's really not. You only have to worry about 2 things. Now for books, you have to worry about, in general, you have to worry about prep guidance and who preps. So prep guidance, we're going to click Apply to All. Now because we're doing books and they don't fall under, it's not baby products, they're not sharp, there's no glass, there's no liquids, it's not adult content, there's no prep needed. Now the other section we do is who preps. Now you can opt to have Amazon prep your inventory for you, and that's basically labeling the inventory, but for this and what we usually always do is merchant. So we pay like about $1.10 for a sheet of 30 up labels. So right there, we're gonna save about 90 cents. Actually, what is that? So they charge about 20 cents a listing to do it. We have 30 listings here, so about $6. So we're gonna save about $5 doing this ourselves. So who preps merchant, apply to all, no prep needed. That's all you have to do on this page. Super simple, and hit continue. Now it will take us basically to the labeling page. It's basically saying the number of labels you want to print. Of course, we want to print 1 label for each one of these. Again, it's going to ask you who labels, so you can switch it to Amazon, but we are of course doing merchant, so we will be labeling all of them. And then here is where it says basically the size of the labels you're using. So what type of labels are you using? In this case, of course, we're using the 30 up labels. Okay, we're going to go ahead and hit print labels. It'll give us this PDF file here, which we can then open. Alright, we're going to click the print icon there. Pages per sheet 1. Let's see here, I have it. I was saving something earlier to PDF, so make sure you choose the correct printer there. Make sure that your scale is always at 100. If your scale is at 99, see that small offset there between 99 and 100, same between 100 and 101. It can sometimes mess up the actual barcode. So a barcode will be on the centering where there is no label, and if you have just a tiny bit of that barcode cut off, it's going to get stranded inventory, and then all of a sudden it's going to be shipping back to you. That can take a week after it already took a week to get there, and then you have to redo it, reship it. It's just not worth it. So make sure you have all those settings correct, and I am going to slap a label in the printer here. and we are going to print. Now, of course, you're going to label all of your books, all of your inventory. You are going to stick them into a box. Now, once you stick them into a box, actually, before you stick them into a box, make sure you hit continue. We've done this before, and it may actually split your shipment depending on how many items you have, what items you have. Books, usually we all have go to the same place. They usually go to Stockton. Okay. So we actually got it here. So this is a split shipments. Now you can go to, there is a setting that will allow you to choose a specific storage facility, in which case we would choose Stockton. The only reason we don't do that is one, it costs money and it's not extremely cheap, and two, your processing time can go through the roof. So this only happens about 1 every 10 to 15 shipments, so it's really not that annoying. But all we're going to do is we'll hit approve and continue here. It's going to send 2 books to one place, 2 to another, 26 to another, 26 to Stockton. So once you do that, now you're probably only going to have one of these lines, but it's good that this actually happens so I can show you guys. On each one of these, all you're going to do, first you can view the shipment contents here, so you can see what books are going to be shipping to these different places. Usually don't need to go into the big one, you just pick out the 4 here and the rest go to that one, so it's super easy. Okay, let's go ahead and hide this. All you're going to do is you're going to come over and you're going to click work on shipment, and this is super easy. Okay, please select an option. Everything is in one box. We never choose anything different. Okay, it's going to have the box weight, and I can tell you right here, Atlas of Improbable, this box is going to be about 3 pounds, and we're actually just going to use a poly mailer to do this. So we're just going to throw these in a poly bubble mailer and send these off. So Theater of War, once you do that, you're going to go ahead and click confirm. Okay, so you confirmed your box information. Now you're going to calculate the fee. It usually does a couple pounds above, so it'll, I don't know, it's going to bill me for 3. Sometimes you can see that if you put like 27, it happens a lot. If we have a 27-pound box, it'll billable weight for up to 30. So that's just, it gives you a little bit of wiggle room there. You agree to the charges. It's going to cost me $6.25 to ship this to Amazon, and you will accept the charges. Now the prices are really good, and let me show you why I say that. I can go to a 26 books, and let's see, everything in one box. Again, that's what we choose every time. This box is going to be one of our 14 by 14 by 12s, and let's see how many, there's 26 books in here, so it's probably going to be, there are some bigger books in there, so it's probably going to be about 32 pounds. And you're going to see I'm probably going to pay between $8 and $11. So wherein I was only shipping 2 books and it was $6, these 26 books are not even going to be double that. So let's confirm that there. It's probably going to be between $8 and $11. Yeah, so $8.92. Again, it's extremely cheap to ship things to Amazon. We're shipping 32 pounds, 26 books for a little under $9, which is amazing. So you're going to hit the accept charges. Okay, so I'm printing out of my Dymo 4XL, but if you are printing out of an inkjet printer, we used a $30 Walmart inkjet printer for everything, every type of label, every type of shipping label, book label, everything, for the first year. We never had any complaints, from Amazon or customers. But for this, we're doing the thermal printing paper, and we're going to choose when we're going to ship it out, which is going to be tomorrow. And then all you do from here, we're not going to print our box labels yet on this one because we're still packaging them, but you hit print box labels, complete shipment, and then when you hit the complete shipment, it will take you back to this screen right here. Then you can do your other ones if needed. If you don't have any more of these and you just have one line, You're going to go through that process you just saw, you're going to hit complete shipment, and then you're good. All you have to do is stick your labels on the box, take it to UPS, and send it away. So I hope this was a super easy video for you guys. Always trying to come out with new content for you. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, and even if you don't, I hope you learned something, and I hope to see you on another video.